morning breaks, the coffee's cold. Same old jacket, same old road. The fridge light shines on almost nothing. Still I whisper, keep on going. Bills are waiting by the door. I've seen nights like this before. I take a breath, I lock the door, and walk into another morning. Nobody knows what silence costs. Nobody counts the things I've lost. Empty refrigerator, but I still believe every little piece of hope is enough to carry me. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I'll keep walking through the dark until I find the light. The bus rolls by through pouring rain. Faces tired look the same. I count my change before I buy, trying hard to get by. Mama asks if I'm alright, I tell her everything is fine. Some words are easier to say than letting people see the pain. One more sunrise, one more chance, one more reason not to quit. Empty refrigerator, one day you'll be full. Every lonely night I've known will become a story told. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I'll keep holding on until my heart comes home. Tomorrow I'll try again. Friday came, the money did too. By the afternoon it was almost gone. Rent took half, the bills took more. I stood there staring at my phone. The grocery cart wasn't even full. Still I had to put things back. Bread, some milk, a pack of eggs. I guess they'll have to wait. I keep telling myself this won't be forever. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, trying to hold my world together. Every dollar has a place to go before it ever reaches home. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, still believing something's better. If hope is all I get today, I'll make it last another day. I'll make it last another day. My hands are tired, my back still aches. Another shift, another break. People ask, what are your plans? I smile and laugh like everybody else, but honestly, I'm just hoping next month's easier than this one. Maybe one day I'll walk into a store without counting everything first. Maybe one day I'll breathe without worrying about tomorrow. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but I won't let that be forever. Every road has somewhere to end. Maybe mine is closer than I think. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, still holding on to something better. If tomorrow finally calls my name, I'll be ready when it comes. One more week, calendar says the first again. I knew it before I looked. That envelope on the kitchen table feels heavier every month. The landlord's number lights my phone. I let it ring once more. I'm not running from the truth, I'm just not ready yet. And every month feels the same. Trying hard to stay ahead. Rent is due again. Before I catch my breath, I'm giving everything I have, still falling behind the rest. The rent is due again. Another sleepless night, holding on to this little place like it's the last thing that's still mine. The heater stays turned way down low. A blanket does the work. Dinner waits until tomorrow, if tomorrow comes first. The neighbors laugh through paper walls. I'm glad somebody can. I close my eyes and tell myself this won't be who I am. I'm not asking for an easy life, just one month where I can breathe. The rent is due again, and so is my hope. I've made it through every hard month before. The rent is due again. I'll find another way. One more sunrise, one more chance, one more payday. Maybe next parked my car around the block, hoping no one would know my face. Hands in my pockets, eyes on the ground, trying to disappear inside the crowd. Nobody dreams of standing here. Life can change in just 1 year. Food Bank Friday, I never thought I'd need this place. A stranger smiled and filled my bag without asking for my name. Food Bank Friday, I walked back home, carrying more than groceries alone. A box of pasta, a loaf of bread, fresh apples, and a little hope. Somebody wrote, "Take care" on the paper bag. I almost cried driving away. Maybe pride can't feed a family. Maybe love sometimes looks like someone helping someone. Yeah, I'll never meet Food Bank Friday. One day I'll give more than I take. I'll remember every hand that lifted mine. Food Bank Friday. This isn't where my story ends. I'll be back. Take it easy. The sky is still asleep. Street lights paint the road. My shadow walks beside me like it already knows. The air is cold enough to steal the words I keep. Another morning starts before the world can see. Every day feels the same, still I leave anyway. Before sunrise, I'm already gone, chasing a life that keeps moving on. One more mile, one more train, holding on through the pouring rain. Before sunrise, I whisper low, don't lose yourself, just keep going. The city's waking up as I'm halfway through my day. Faces come and disappear, but mine stays the same. I wonder if there's more than working just to cope. Then I hear a little voice still telling me there's hope. Maybe tomorrow starts today. Maybe light is worth the wait. Before sunrise, I'll rise again. Even if nothing has changed. One more step, one more road, carrying dreams nobody knows. Before sunrise, I'll still believe the life I'm chasing is chasing me. The sun finally breaks, so do I. Clock says 6, I'm on my feet. Same old store, same old street. Name tag on, smile for free. Nobody knows what's left of me. I trade my time for just enough to make it through another maximum fight, giving my days just to survive. I keep showing up even when it hurts, hoping this life will finally turn minimum wage, but I'm worth more than the numbers I'm working for. Break room lights, coffee burns, another lesson life still learns. Dreams don't leave, they just wait somewhere beyond this old paycheck. Don't mistake my tired eyes for someone who's given up minimum wage. Still I stand, holding tomorrow in these hands. Maybe today won't change a thing, but I still believe there's more waiting for me. I'll be back tomorrow. There's a 20 in my wallet, folded thin from better days. The gas light's on, the tank is empty. Life keeps asking me to choose. Do I buy another gallon or bring some groceries back home? Every answer cost another little piece of who I was. I never thought I'd measure life $1 at a time. The last $20 feels heavier tonight. It has to be tomorrow before it saves today. I'm holding on with both hands, trying not to let this hope slip away. The last $20 can't buy peace of mind, but it keeps me moving one more mile. The cashier smiles and says hello. I smile back like nothing's wrong. I put the cereal back on the shelf, keep the bread, forget the rest. Outside the rain keeps falling down. I sit inside my car for just a little while. Nobody sees these little wars, nobody hears these quiet prayers. The last $20 feels heavier tonight. Every little choice feels bigger than my life. Still I believe this road will turn, even if I can't see it yet. The last $20 won't decide my worth. It only tells the story of this moment. If I make it through this week, I'll wake up and try again. Maybe strength isn't having more. Maybe strength is refusing to quit. The last $20 will disappear someday, but this heart will still be here. One more sunrise, one more chance, one more reason to believe. The last $20 isn't all I own. I've still got dreams, and nobody can take those away. Tomorrow I'll keep going. The wind cuts through my old coat. The bus is running late again. Streetlights glow on empty sidewalks while the city rolls ahead. My hands are buried in my pockets, trying hard to keep them warm. There's a silence only winter knows when you're standing there alone. Another morning, another wait. The world moves on, I stay the same. At this bus stop in winter, I'm counting headlights, not the time. Watching strangers find their way home while I'm still chasing mine. The cold gets into everything, but it never takes my name. I'm still standing at this bus stop, waiting for life to change. The driver nods, I take a seat, looking out the foggy glass. Every street looks just familiar enough to remind me what I don't have. Someone's laughing at the back, someone's sleeping by the door. Everyone is carrying something, you just can't always see it. Maybe this road isn't the end. Maybe it's only where I begin. At this bus stop in winter, I've learned more than I ever planned. Sometimes hope is simply showing up when nobody understands. One day these cold December mornings will become a distant frame. Until then, I'll keep moving forward, one stop at a time. The bus finally comes. I step inside. Driver's seat leans all the way back. A borrowed blanket keeps out the cold. The windows fade with every breath. Tonight this car is home. I park beneath a broken light, far enough so no one asks. The radio keeps whispering songs that almost sound like mine. Morning feels 1,000 miles away, but the sky still changes every day. Sleeping in my car, trying to call it temporary. Every passing headlight feels like somebody else's story. Sleeping in my car, still keeping my keys close, holding on to the little things that remind me I still have hope. A truck rolls by, the whole car shakes. I close my eyes but never sleep. I dream about a front door key, a place where silence doesn't scare me. Somewhere the coffee's warm, somewhere the lights stay on. If this road has taught me anything, it's that home is more than walls, and broken nights don't last forever. Sleeping in my car won't be my ending. These empty streets don't get the final word. One day I'll drive away without looking back. Until that morning comes, I'll keep the engine and my heart alive. The sun comes up, so do I. Another morning, same old street, same worn shoes on tired feet. Coffee's cold, the sky is gray, still I leave anyway. People pass without a look, like my story never filled a page. You learn to smile when nobody asks, you learn to breathe with a heavy heart. Nobody notices the way I hide. Nobody notices the tears I fight. I wear a smile like it's part of me, but inside I'm barely sleeping. Nobody notices how hard I've tried. Still I keep walking home tonight. Walking home tonight. The bus rolls past another stop. Someone waves, someone laughs. I watch the lights fade through the glass, wondering how long this lasts. I check my phone, no messages, just another day to carry on. Some nights feel a little too long, still I wake before the dawn. Nobody notices the way I hide. Nobody notices the tears I fight. I wear a smile like it's part of me, but inside I'm barely breathing. Nobody notices how hard I've tried. Still I keep walking home tonight. Walking home tonight. Maybe one day someone will see, not the smile, but the man underneath. Until then, I'll keep moving, one step at a time. Nobody notices until you're gone, so I'll keep singing my own song. Maybe today won't change a thing, but I'll still stand when morning comes. Nobody notices, that's alright. One day someone will see me. Monday morning, corner cafe, hands in my pockets trying to stay warm. I counted coins across the counter. The girl looked up. She smiled and said, "You're all set," then filled my cup a little higher. I almost said you didn't have to, but somehow I couldn't speak. Funny how the smallest things can make a hard day feel a little lighter. Maybe hope shows up quietly in the hands of a stranger. Maybe hope doesn't fix everything, it just helps you keep walking. Keep walking. The bus came late like always, rain on the windows, people half asleep. My phone lit up, an old friend's name, just checking in. That's all it said. We talked for hours about nothing much. Somehow that was enough to quiet everything inside. Nobody knows what someone needs until they choose to stay. Maybe hope shows up quietly when someone remembers your name. Maybe hope isn't loud, maybe it lives in ordinary days. No miracle, no perfect ending, just warm coffee, a phone call, a seat beside me on the ride home. Some days that's enough. Maybe hope was never lost. Maybe I just stopped looking up. One small moment, one kind word, one more reason to believe again. The coffee was gone, but the warmth stayed with me. See you tomorrow. I left my lunch in the break room fridge, brown paper bag with my name on it. By noon, my stomach knew it wasn't getting anything today. I filled my cup with tap water, sat by the window, watched the rain. Everyone talked about Friday night. I smiled like I had plans. Funny how you get used to saying I'm good when you're not. Tomorrow's lunch is waiting for me, because today had to be enough. I keep trading little pieces of right now just to make it one day more. Tomorrow's lunch can wait another day if it means the lights stay on. Stop for gas, put in $10, watch the numbers climb too slow. The cashier asked, "Need a receipt?" I shook my head and walked away. Back at home, the fridge hummed loud, louder than the TV ever could. I closed the door before it reminded me what wasn't there. Nobody sees the little choices, the ones you make when no one's watching, the ones that never make the news but somehow change your life. Tomorrow's lunch might still be there, folded up inside that paper bag. Maybe one day I'll eat without doing math inside my head, and till that day I'll keep showing up, even when nobody knows how much it costs to look okay. See you tomorrow. Drove past another neighborhood tonight. Every porch light made the street feel alive. Someone was laughing through an open window. Someone was calling the kids back inside. I slowed down longer than I meant to, watching the curtains move with the breeze. It's funny how you can miss a place you've never had the chance to leave. I don't need a mansion, don't need a view. I just want one front door that opens up to something true. Home isn't a picture hanging in a magazine. Home is here in my own footsteps, and knowing I don't have to leave. Home is leaving my keys on the kitchen table at night. Home is finally breathing without counting every dime. Maybe that's all I've ever wanted, a place that feels like mine. My apartment echoes when I walk inside. The fridge keeps humming louder than the TV. I leave one lamp on in the corner just to make the room feel less empty. Sometimes I scroll through houses online, knowing I can't afford a single one. Still I save the photos anyway, like they're postcards from another life. People say one day you'll get there. Maybe they're right, maybe they're only trying to make me smile. Either way, I'll get up tomorrow, I'll go back to work, I'll keep building something nobody else can see yet. Nobody else can see yet. Home isn't perfect, it never had to be. Maybe it's a small back porch, maybe it's an old coffee pot, maybe it's hearing someone say, welcome back. If that day ever finds me, I don't think I'll need much. Just a light in the hallway and someone waiting up. Until then, I'll keep driving past. The alarm rang before the sunrise, same pair of boots beside the bed. I poured the last of yesterday's coffee, rubbed the sleep out of my eyes instead. By 6 o'clock I was already driving, watching streetlights fade into the dawn. Funny how the world keeps calling you lazy when they've never seen the mornings you've lived through. You saw the paycheck, you never counted the hours behind it. We were never lazy, we just got tired and places nobody could see. We kept saying I'm alright, just to make it through another week. You can judge these worn out hands, you can laugh at where we've been, but don't call us lazy. You were never standing here. I missed birthdays, I missed Christmas, I missed dinners around the table. I wasn't chasing something bigger, I was trying to hold together everything I already loved. Every extra shift bought another week, not another dream, just another week. Nobody claps for showing up, nobody cheers when the rent gets paid. Life just starts again the next morning. If hard work could solve everything, every warehouse, every kitchen, every night shift would already be free. But we still wake up, we still show up, because somebody's counting on us. We were never lazy, we were carrying more than anyone knew. Some days the weight was invisible, some days it was written across our faces. If you've never had to choose between gas and groceries, don't tell me how hard I worked. We were never lazy, we were just trying to make it home. Tomorrow morning, the alarm will ring again. The key still sticks when I unlock the door. The hallway light still flickers like before. My boots are worn, my jacket's seen its days, but somehow they've carried me this far. The sink still leaks, the rent is still too high. The mirror says I'm older than I thought. Some things never change, some things quietly do. I stopped waiting for life to feel easy. I started learning how to carry it. I'm still standing, not because the road got shorter, not because the weight got light. I'm still standing, 'cause every morning I got up one more time. There were nights I almost packed it in, days I drove around just to clear my head. There were paychecks gone before they came, there were dreams I folded up like old receipts. But here I am, still breathing, still walking, still here. Maybe nobody will ever know how much it costs just to keep going. Maybe that's alright. Tomorrow looks like today, I'll still open that same front door, I'll still pour that same cheap coffee. I'll still believe that ordinary lives can still mean something. I'm still standing, not louder, not stronger, just a little wiser than I was before. Every scar still has a story, every mile still has my name. If this is all life gives me, I'll still make a life from it. sun comes up, I grab my keys and I walk back into the world.